At the far southeastern edge of the United States, between endless coastlines, mysterious wetlands, and warm blue waters, Florida hides a chain of islands rarely mentioned in travel guides, not shaped by humans, but ruled by animals. Welcome to the Animal Islands of Florida, a wild world that moves to the rhythm of nature. Florida is home to over 4,500 islands, and most of them have no human population. But for thousands of animal species, these islands are sanctuaries, places to feed, to rest, to breed, and to survive. As the sun rises over the Gulf of Mexico, shorebirds glide low across the water, brown pelicans, great blue herons, white ibises, and more to them. These tiny pieces of land are nurseries and safe zones. Far from the chaos of human life, just west of Tampa Bay lies Egmont Key, a small island overflowing with wildlife. Every summer, its white beaches transform into a giant natural incubator. Loggerhead sea turtles, a vulnerable species, crawl ashore at night to lay their eggs. They dig silently, bury their future beneath the warm sand, and disappear back into the ocean, leaving the next generation to face the world alone. Hatchlings emerge by the hundreds, tiny, fragile, and guided only by instinct. They race toward the waves under the moonlight. A rare few survive, but those that do will return to Egmont Key. Decades later, the very place where their life began. Near Fort Myers sits a cluster of islands, known as the Rookery Islands. During breeding season, they explode with life. The air becomes a symphony, the clucking of herons, the sharp cries of egrets, the heavy wing beats of pelicans gliding above. Birds choose these islands for one reason: protection. Predators find it nearly impossible to reach these isolated mangrove forests. Chicks take their first wobbly steps to the edge of the nest and launch themselves into the wind, beginning their life in the sky. Florida's famous for its beaches, but the Florida Keys are home to something unexpected. Islands inhabited almost entirely by iguanas. These green iguanas are not native. They were brought as pets decades ago, and many eventually escaped into the wild. Today, several small islands act as iguana islands, where hundreds of iguanas bask on rock sand, move lazily through tropical plants that look like miniature Jurassic forests. Presence is controversial but undeniably fascinating. In southwest Florida lies the 10,000 Islands, one of the most complex ecosystems in North America. The giants of the wild rule the waters: the gentle manatee, the intelligent bottlenose dolphin, the rare American crocodile. These islands were formed by mangrove trees, their tangled roots capturing sediment for centuries until solid ground emerged. Within this natural maze, dolphins sometimes work alongside fishermen herding fish toward boats. An extraordinary example of cooperation between humans and wild animals. Not all islands belong to birds or reptiles. On a tiny island in Boca Grande lives the beloved key deer, a miniature subspecies of white-tailed deer, standing no taller than a large dog. These tiny deer are living proof of evolution's ability to adapt once nearly extinct. Their population survived thanks to the protection of Florida's remote islands. But paradise never lasts without danger. Florida's islands face constant threats: wildfires, tropical storms, rising sea levels, plastic pollution, and invasive predators like the Burmese python. Each island carries its own story, and every animal must fight to protect its place, seeing the delicate balance of nature. As climate change causes shorelines to shrink, many small islands are disappearing, the homes of birds, turtles, and a rare slipping beneath the waves. Yet conservation teams are working tirelessly, protecting sea turtle nests, rebuilding mangrove forests, and monitoring endangered species. These islands may be tiny dots on the map, but they hold enormous ecological importance. They show us how nature thrives. When left to heal on its own, Florida is more than beaches and theme parks. It is a realm shaped by the wild, where survival is written into every sunrise. And every creature plays a vital part in the symphony of life. This is the Animal Islands of Florida, a world hidden in plain sight. Reminder that even the smallest islands can tell the biggest stories.